Ayan, good morning po and happy Monday po sa inyong lahat. Salamat po sa pag-attend. So for today, ako po, si Miss Agot Manaksa, yung mga hindi nakakakilala sa akin, yung mga bagong member natin dito, no? Ako po ang sharer or coach nyo for this morning. So I pray na meron po ako ma-impart sa inyo, meron po kayong matutunan for our short training for this morning. No, start your new year right. Build keystone habit. Kasi ngayon sa goal setting tayo, vision board, no, dream board, no. Madalas lagi natin sinasabi na without your goal without a deadline is just a goal, no. So natutunan ko po kahapon sa Sunday preaching, no, from CCF Pastor Peter Tanchi, napaka-importante po na ma-achieve natin para ma-achieve natin yung goal natin, yung pagbi-build din natin ng habit or system. No? It's not just a simply having a goal. No? So, talakayin natin, ano ba ang keystone? A central stone at the summit of an arc looking the world together. No? Siya yung keystone, siya yung foundation stone. Ito yan. So habit, a usual way of behaving something that a person does, often in a regular and repeated way. A behavior pattern acquired by frequent repetition or physiologic exposure that shows itself in regularity or increased facility of performance. So yung mga keyword natin dito, no? Regular, repeated, frequent repetition. So yun ang habit. Keystone habit are small changes or habits that people introduce into their routines that unintentionally carry over in other aspects of their lives. All your habits, therefore, may depend on your keystone habit. So yung keystone habit pala, small changes na na-introduce natin sa ating daily routine, sa ating routines. Na pag ginagawa natin palagi yon, so unintentionally, ayan na, it's carry over in other aspects of our lives. All of your habits, sabi dito, lahat, it depends on the keystone habit. Yun ang foundation habits. So, sabi ni James Clear, goals don't determine success. Tama po. Ibig sabihin na meron kang goals, magsasuccess ka na. System do. Lagi natin narinig yung sistema. Kailangan may sistema ka to achieve your goal. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your system. Kailangan meron tayong system. Winners and losers have the same goal. Success and unsuccessful have the same goal, but they end up with different result. Tayo po, may mga kanya-kanya tayong goal. No? Dito sa IMG, of course, lahat natin goal natin maging SEBC, CEO. No? But madalas, like me, hindi agad-agad na-achieve yung goal. Kasi maaring hindi natin sinusunod yung system, and bukod doon, wala tayong personal system, no, para ma-achieve natin yung goal natin. Like marriage, your goal is to have a happy marriage life. No, you didn't get married and your goal na after 7 years makikipag-divorce ka. No, our health. No, we didn't goal na maging obese tayo. No, in 50 pounds like that. No, but over time, if you don't have a system, you keep eating junk food, don't exercise, you will end up obese. Tama po, no? No, hindi mo ginol, pero dahil wala kang sistema, wala kang discipline, no, you keep just, eating junk food, processed food. Of course, whether you like it or not, hindi mo mapapansin, obese ka na. A small action doing repeatedly will have a radical result. Good or bad action repeated over time become a habit. So, kung yung ginagawa po natin, palit-ulit natin ginagawa, magiging bad or good habit na siya. So, napaka-importante po na maging magkaroon tayo ng magandang sistema, no, para po ma-achieve natin yung ating goal. The Bible teaches us the importance of system. No, 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7. On the other hand, discipline yourself for the purpose of godliness. Discipline. Discipline, paulit-ulit mo yung ginagawa kasi disiplinado ka. No, it's a habit. It's a system. No, discipline yourself, keep on practicing, keep on learning good habit. No? Sabi po, 50 to 80% of our everyday actions are based on habits. Pagising mo sa umaga, magtututbrush ka without knowing it, it's a routine. Habit mo na yun eh. No? Or pagising mo sa umaga, you will have your quiet time, you will take your Bible, pray. No? So kasi yun na yung habit mo. Walang nagsasabi sa yung gawin mo yun, but because it's in your system, nasa sistema mo na yun. So ginagawa mo na yun habitually. So we have 4 principles to develop a good habit. Sabi ni Pastor Pete Chan, ito yung path, no, priority, no. If you want to change your bad habit to good habit, prioritize yon. Isipin mo ano ba yung habit na yon and make it a priority. No? Admit that you cannot do it alone. You need help. No? Turn to Jesus. Kung spiritual aspect yan na habit, no, reading Bible, prayer habit, no. Turn to Jesus, no. Seek someone else na ma-encourage ka, no, na ma-achieve mo yung habit na yon. In IMG, no, turn to your mentor, leaders, diba? Sa trainee mo, no, na meron kang gustong i-achieve, baguhin, maging magandang habit like doing share list, no, ask help. And then make it a habit, no. So you prioritize mo, you admit that you cannot do it, turn to Jesus, to your mentor, to your leaders, and habit, make it a habit. No? And I want to share with you po dito, no, yung principles to build a keystone habit or yung foundation natin, no. Yan. We are very familiar, know your why and who, no. Malalaman natin yan later. Employ a system. Napakahalaga po, no, yung meron tayong sistema. Yield the rewards, no. Know your why and who. So we are so familiar, no, yung why natin. We have a top reason why we need to do IMG business, why we need to increase our cash flow, no. Kung sa personal goal mo, sa career or sa family, spiritual, we have a lot of reason, no. Like if you want to have a good prayer habit, no, kasi you want to be intimate with God, no, gusto mong magkaroon ng habit na reading scriptures, no, obeying God, no, because you want to please God, you love God, no. Sabi, if the why is clear, the how is easy. Alam na natin 'yan. So pero bakit ba? Bakit nga ba? What is your identity? Bakit meron kang mga reason para gawin yung mga bagay na 'yon, no? Your why will impact your who. What do you want people will say about you? Okay, na-achieve mo tong mga 10 goal na to for what? Maging sikat, maging mayaman, or maybe you want to be missionary lang dito or a good agent na na-achieve yung goal, yung personal quota mo, or you want to be a philanthropist, kung magulang ka, what your identity, good or bad parent. So you must know what is your identity. Anong gusto mo na makita ng tao o masabi ng tao kung sino ka. And then, meron po tayong mga few samples of good habit. Kung hindi pa natin habit to, think at i-start po nating i-practice and have a system to practice it, no? Spiritual, no, yung prayer habit, reading scripture, And napaka-important of course yung obedience, no? Physical habit, exercise, no? 10-15 minutes before mo mag-start yung mga daily routine mo like sa work, no? Good healthy diet, sleep, no? What time you sleep, no? Sorry about this, no? Parang anong oras ka natutulog, no? Napaka-importante po niyan. Kung lagi kang puyat, 'di ba? So of course, magiging grumpy ka sa morning, you don't have the energy to exercise. Saving habit. Do you constantly save? O kahit IMG member ka na, do you constantly save or may matira o wala? Ba? O punong-puno ka pa rin ba ng mga utang? Ba? Na kailangan nawawala po yan sa atin, no? Mental and emotional, positive thoughts. Ano ba lagi mong iniisip? Puro negative ba? No? Or puro mga problema bang iniisip mo? Reading, no? It's very good po na magbasa-basa rin tayo, no? Wag puro Facebook, no? Kasi it will help our mental and emotional, no, aspect. Having habit for forgiving, no? Habit of forgiving yung this year kung meron ka pang mga sama ng loob diyan, no? Make it a habit, mga simple things, no? Mga na ginagawa ng tao sa atin, no? Matuto po tayong magpatawad. Sa IMG, no, yung ating habit, no, yung magkaroon tayo ng mga share list approach, follow up, presentation mentality, no. I-try natin. Kung hindi pa natin habit yan, like me, no, isama natin sa goal setting natin yan na magkaroon tayo ng habit ng mga 4 cornerstone ng ating system, no. Employ a system. Ito po. Na-achieve, nakapagsulat ka na ng mga goals mo, ng mga whys mo, alam mo na kung bakit mo gustong achieve yung mga whys na yon. Of course, no, para ma-achieve mo yung mga whys na yun, mga goal mo na yun, employ a system, no. Lagi natin narinig dito sa business natin na o sa IMG, which is applicable sa ating buhay, no, na run the system. Mag-create ka ng system and run it, the habit cycle, no? Yung system na yun magiging habit siya. So meron tayong cue, then action, and then reward. No? Cue should be visible, obvious. No? Kung nagsiset ka ng a good habit or Bible reading habit, so kailangan nakikita mo yung Bible mo pagising mo doon sa area o doon sa place na makikita mo siya na magbibigay sa iyo ng cue na you have to read your Bible right now, no, bago ka maging busy, no. Or kung gusto mong mag-exercise, magkaroon ng habit na at least 10-15 minutes exercise, no. Kung meron kang dumbbell diyan or yung jumping group na magbibigay sa'yo ng cue or magre-remind sa'yo na you have to do the exercise. And sa daily good eating habits, na mag-stock ka sa fridge mo ng mga healthy foods, fruits, mga veggies, salads, no, na magbibigay sa'yo ng cue, no, para ma-practice mo yung habit ng pagkain ng healthy foods, no? Or sa IMG, if you want to practice na magkaroon ng share list, no? Ako bumili ako ng malaking notebook at yung notebook na yun nasa work area ko siya, malapit sa PC, sa laptop ko, para nakikita ko siya na I will remind myself na kailangan kong mag-update ng share list ko. Action, keep it easy, keep it simple. Laging tinuturo yan dito rin sa atin, no? Keep it easy. Wag mong maging komplikado, no? Maging simple lang para ma-achieve mo, no? Share list natin, no? Start by 30. Kung bago ka dito, course yung leader mo hindi kanya in-expect na mag-start from 100. Start at least by 30 and update mo yan every week. Meeting, yung attending meeting, start by attending leaders call. Kung hindi mo pa rin magawa, replay at least or in 10 a.m. coaching kasi marami tayong natututunan, no, in daily coaching natin. Kung mahirap pa rin sa'yo, start ng 10 a.m. partners training, no, once a week, every Wednesday. Kasi tinuturo din po dyan yung system sa atin. So, no, start, simple. No? Huwag mong biglain yung sarili mo, lalo na kung nagsisimula ka pa lang. No? You run the systems runs your business. Hindi lang po yan applicable sa IMG business but in our daily lives. No? Na pag nag-create ka ng systems, personal system mo, run it. No? At mag-discipline yourself to run that. And for sure po, no, you will have a good result. No? Sa atin, no, paulit-ulit nating naririnig, no, run the system will run your business, run the system will run your business. So paulit-ulit, kailangan nire-remind tayo, no, yung ating share list, yung ating book sharing, no, yung approach natin, book study or presentation, follow up, no, minimum po 7 times. Yan, guilty ako dyan kasi sometimes yung minimum hindi ko pa siya na-achieve. Run the system, fast start, duplication. No? So, and then, pag ulit-ulit natin ginagawa ito, mabibuild din sa atin yung 4 cornerstone of the system. Magiging, na siya, dadaloy na siya sa dugo natin. No? Share list mentality, approach mentality, follow-up mentality, presentation mentality. Kasi kailangan ginagawa natin paulit-ulit para hindi na siya mawawala sa system natin. Yield the rewards, yung bunga. Madalas po, no, hindi natin agad nakikita yung magandang bunga ng mga ginagawa natin. Rewards, bad habits, usually the reward is immediate. No? Pag bad habits, no, subukan mo lang magpuyat constantly 1 week for sure. In the second, third week, magkakasakit ka. Good habits takes time. No? Remember the Chinese bamboo tree. It takes 5 years para po lumaki siya, makita mo yung dahon niya. No? Ganun din po tayo dito. No? Sa business natin, meron tayong 4 season. No? At spring start phase. And summer, the rise or about working. No? Yan na yung summer season natin. Start working. Winter, the commitment phase. Magkukommit ka. And of course, fall harvesting phase. So, ang sabi sa system natin, you must give yourself enough time. It takes months to learn the basic, about 2 to 3 years to build a good team, and at least 3 to 5 years to have a solid business in a multiple location, as well as to build a solid foundation for your future. You cannot learn everything in one sitting. So, madalas, pag hindi natin na-achieve yung goal natin, nadi-discourage tayo. Pero tinuturo po natin, no, na yield, no, para makita mo yung result. Hindi mo kailangan magmadali. Lalo na kapag good habit yan, no, na gusto mong i-achieve. Hindi mo kailangan magmadali. Give yourself enough time para in the long run, makikita mo po yung result. Okay. Yeah. Sabi ni Stephen R. Covey, no, the power to keep commitments to ourselves is the essence of developing basic habits of effectiveness. So, siya po yung author nung The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. No? Yung be proactive, begin with the end in mind, put first things first, think win-win, seek first to understand and then to be understood, synergize, sharpen the show. So yan. Kailangan magkaroon tayo ng basic habits of effectiveness. No? Kung may mga habits tayo na hindi effective, no, mag-plan na po tayo na alisin po yung mga habit na yon. Okay, what stone habit you want to develop today? No, keystone habit. Ano bang keystone habit na gusto nating i-develop today? And then start with one good habit at a time. So dito po natatapos yung aking presentation with a short video. And I want to leave you with this verse, Proverbs 16:3. Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. 5 minutes lang po itong video na to, and I hope na ayan, magrema po yun sa atin at may apply po natin, no, yung mga natutunan po natin for this morning.
Hello, I'm Tracy, and I'm always being asked, what are the habits of successful people? What is it that successful people do habitually every single day that leads to them being in the top 20% of money earners in our society? Well, Aristotle said that 95% of everything you do is the result of habit. So the rule is form good habits and make them your masters, rather than allowing bad habits to form. In fact, the other rule says this, is that good habits are hard to form, but easy to live with. Bad habits are easy to form, but hard to live with. Now, one of the turning points in my life and my studies of psychology was the discovery that all habits are learned and can be unlearned. Actually, you don't actually unlearn a habit. You simply replace a bad habit with a good habit that has more power and impact. And how do you develop a good habit? You develop a habit by repetition. Almost everything you do from the time you get up in the morning is habit. So start to think about yourself. What would be the best habits to have? Now, I have written a book called $1 Million Habits. It has 12 chapters, 12 critical areas of life. And in each chapter, there's 20 or 30 habits. So let me give you some of the best. Number one, develop the habit of daily goal setting and goal orientation. What does this mean? It means when you go to sleep at night, think about your goals for the coming day. Make a list for each day of all the goals, the little goals you're going to accomplish that day. Keep a journal and write down your goals on a regular basis. When you're driving through the day, think about your goals. When you're talking to other people, think about your goals. You see, you do become what you think about most of the time. You do achieve what you think about most of the time. So all successful people and all wealthy people think about their goals most of the time. Second of all, be results-oriented. Now, results-oriented people are always thinking of the most important things that they can do right now to achieve their most important results. Successful people make a list of everything they have to do, and before they start working, they set priorities on the list. Here's a great way to become result-oriented. Actually, it's life-changing. Ask yourself, once you have your list for the day, if I could only do one thing on this list before I was called out of town for a month, what one activity would I want to be sure to get completed? And put a circle around that and start on that activity immediately, first thing, and then discipline yourself to work nonstop until you complete that one activity. This simple technique has taken people from rags to riches all over the world for at least 100 years. Pick your most important task and start on it immediately, and then discipline yourself to stay with it until it's complete. Another habit that you can establish is to become people-oriented. Recognize that everything that you achieve in life is going to be with the help or support or cooperation of other people. So always think, what is it that other people want and need from me? How can I help other people so they'll want to help me back? If you're in sales, top salespeople think about their customers all the time. They think about who their customers are and what their customers want and how they can help them the most and how they can help them even more today. In their relationships, successful people are very focused on the most important people in their worlds, both personal and in business. Another habit you can have is to stay health-oriented. Think about your health most of the time. Think about eating less food and better food. Think about daily exercise. Think about getting lots of rest. Remember, to be successful in our competitive world, you need a lot of energy. To have a lot of energy, you've got to eat good foods, get lots of rest, and exercise all the time. One of the most important habits is that of character and honesty, is always tell the truth no matter what the price. And the final characteristic, the final habit, is that of self-discipline. And I have written and spoken upon this for years and years and years, but self-discipline seems to be the foundation habit that makes everything else possible. And the best definition of self-discipline is that self-discipline is the ability to make yourself do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. You see, anybody can do it if they feel like it. It's when you don't feel like it and you do it anyway that you eventually develop the self-discipline that makes everything else possible. Thank you for watching. What is the one habit that you should start to develop right now that will help you more than any other habit to achieve your most important goals? Whatever it is, start practicing this habit every day until it becomes automatic and easy.
Ayan, thank you po. And God bless po sa ating lahat. Stay safe.